Look at what we have here for game number 2, Circuitry Gaming taking on Best Buds United. I'm really excited for this one. We've seen both teams on stream previously this season, and you know they've got some fantastic players on both sides.
And again, the records show, and the way this is going to play out, now is we can expect definitely a tremendous series here from both teams. I mean, everything is on the line for both teams in the sense of the last portion of the circuit here. Every win's going to count if you're going to try to make it into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And especially two teams that are pretty close in the standings right now. I mean, 3-2, 2-3. That's half of the season here in the Invitational since you play 10, and they're sitting at 4-6. So not only is it another chance to get a big win here, you're going directly against a team that you're competing for one of those playoff spots. I mean, these are two teams very likely could snag that fourth, possibly third spot as Coda nearly dunks it home.
So far, taking a look at it, I mean, both teams having the great offensive pressure, and the defense is there as well. But I think if these teams, if one of them is going to stand out, it's going to go back to the offensive plays and the momentum team. Now, I feel like it could just be a 1-1-1-1 situation where it's constantly goals, and or just a complete shutout until the very last seconds, like we saw in the first series for the first portion of it. So I just think this is an interesting matchup as both teams are going to fight super hard, and this is going to count. Like you said, very, very, very crucial game for both teams.
Yeah, I don't feel like you normally have games this important at the halfway point of the regular season, or just over the halfway point. You know, we're week 4, but this one means a lot. And you talk about those passing plays. Bloodbud and Coda almost hooked up there for a beautiful pass, but it just was not meant to be, and we are still sitting here at zeros, just under the 3-minute mark. And in the chat, Coco says this will be a game 5. They are calling it right now. So far, it looks like it.
Yeah, I believe Coco's right. I mean, the way that this is playing out already, and granted, it's still pretty early in the series, but I mean, both teams haven't shown that one's best than the other yet. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah,
it definitely is. And for Circuitry Gaming, I can't remember which week we had them on, but they won a 5-game series with a 0-second goal in Game 5. It was absolutely insane. So just knowing their history, you can't count them out at any point until the match is over, because they definitely know how to fight back. And on the flip side, of course, Best Buds United, I mean, they're just an absolutely fantastic team. Their record 3-2 speaks for themselves. They've played and beaten some good teams, so keep an eye on them here. We got a really good series going on.
Again, I mean, Tina, going back to both teams are trying the passing plays and getting some attempts in, but it's just the defense for both teams are there. As we say that, what a shot, and too high for Pandy there, Tina. Unfortunate.
Not able to break through there, but Best Buds United definitely knocking on the door. Is it just going to be the theme of the night that the blue team has lockdown defense? Because that's what we saw in the first series. We're kind of seeing it again here as well.
You know, they had an attempt there, a very strong attempt and an opportunity, but, I mean, just a bit too high. It's unfortunate, but you don't want to get discouraged and try to hit it a good shot attempt again. Maybe the next time they could connect.
Yeah, just got to keep going for that strike. There's a pass across the field, but Coda a little too high for them to handle it. Jay's taking this back the other way and is past the defense. Good save by Coda. Pandy follow-up shot denied.
And there we go with the blue defense once more that we were just talking about, Tina, living up to the name there, as the attempt was there for BB United, but I mean, defense strong right here for Circuitry Gaming.
Yeah, they looked great on the defensive front. I'm not going to lie, I thought that was going to be a goal for Best Buds, but Circuitry Gaming pulls out all the stops to keep that one out of here. BBU ramping up the pressure, though. Jay trying to come off the ceiling. This one, it just floats down. I was not expecting that.
Oh, my goodness. You know, I don't think they were either. It hits the top ceiling, I believe, and I don't even think it did. It just floats down. How you said, T now, and Bloodbud just wasn't expecting it either. I think everyone was kind of shocked by that one.
Yeah, you saw one of the blue defenders going for the squishy save there, I think expecting something off the ceiling, but Jay had no boost to speak of. So kind of some mind games, just no shot coming from the person off the ceiling. It just sort of dropped down in front there. And Best Buds more than happy to knock that one in. Circuitry Gaming with one last opportunity here. But the orange team keep it on the blue half of the field. This one another awkward bouncer right in the box. Yep. And that's 1-0. Great first game for BB United.
You know, we were talking about how the passing plays need to be there for one of these teams to end up taking a win here, I guess, per se, but it ended up being the complete opposite on just a weird shot attempt that happened to fall. So, I mean, this is how good these teams are, that it's separated from just a common mishap right there.
Yeah, I mean, after all the shots that were saved by the blue defense, they had 6 saves total. They were ready for everything. They were expecting everything. And then just this unexpected lob from the corner that didn't really seem like it was going to threaten much of anything was the difference maker there. And to Best Bud's credit, they had 9 shots. They were really keeping a lot of offensive pressure on there. You could see that they were getting some looks, and they finally got one to break through.
Yeah, and again, if you take a look here, Coda for Circuitry Gaming had 4 saves. What is it? Total 6 for Circuitry Gaming, and then 2 saves for BB United. So, I mean, the offense for BB United is there. As for Circuitry Gaming, maybe they could get something going, hopefully, like I said, the passing plays. But, I mean, for most of that match, it was very dead even. So let's see what happens here in game number 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Circuitry Gaming showed that they can lock it down on the defensive end. Now they got to show that they can put a little bit more offensive pressure on Best Buds United. And, you know, if you're Circuitry Gaming, you got to be feeling good that, number 1, you only conceded 1 goal. But number 2, sort of in line with that, you didn't really get a ton of offensive opportunities, and you kept it that close. So they definitely got the pieces to make something happen here. We'll see what they're doing in game number 2.
So already starting off, BB United showing great offensive pressure here, and it's a Debo coming out as well. And now this is going to be a pass down center. Can they connect here? Oh, just shanks it to the right there.
That was a close one, and you know, they're playing a dangerous game in the box here. Coda does get demoed.
Definitely.
Best Buds definitely putting some pressure on Pandy to keep that one off into the corner now. You know, on the other side of the coin here, we were talking about Circuitry Gaming. They should be feeling good with what they did in game number 1. Best Buds United, they should be feeling great as well. They got a ton of offensive pressure. They weren't, good save there by Bajan. They weren't really able to convert on a ton of their opportunities, but you're coming into game 2 with the confidence knowing like, hey, we're getting our looks, we're getting our opportunities. If we just keep this up, they're going to start falling, and they certainly haven't taken their foot off the gas at all on the offensive end.
And, you know, much credit as well. I mean, Circuitry Gaming, the defense is there. The opportunities are just flying in for BB United there in the beginning portion of this game. And lucky to still have the score 0-0 because some of those shots were really good, T-Now.
Yeah, some of them were really good, and they're trying to get some more in there. But Coda has other plans, popping this one up the field. Circuitry definitely putting a little bit of pressure on here, not resulting in any shots, but they do get a backboard double touch coming up just above the crossbar. No follow-up after that, though, and Best Buds United thankful that offensive onslaught was over. That was a dangerous moment.
And that's what you want, though, if you're Circuitry Gaming. Yes, the attempt didn't fall, but at least you're getting those opportunities. So it's only a matter of time before they find the connection point. I'm hoping here for them. But yeah, other than that, great attempt. Just couldn't get away with it.
That was a good one. Little miscommunication on the defensive front. Narrowly sneaks one in there, but Coda able to pop it off into the corner. Jay's going to track this one a bit. Doesn't get the first touch, which presents a bit of a scramble here. But Best Buds is all over it, taking this one back down the other way. Still pressure here. Blue side of the field. Jay not able to get it across, and it's a good clear there for Bloodbud, knocking that one away. So we've got Kishin thinking that this is going to be 5 games. Cody thinks it's going to be a sweep for Best Buds United. A couple different predictions here to start this one off. Dilly Bar said he thought it was going to be 5, and Coco was the original prediction for 5 game series.
My goodness. So turning that defense to offense, Omex just trying to put this on. Pandy puts the pass back to Bajan, and I mean, just puts a shot on goal there, Tina. A very, very effective play by BB United.
Yeah, very, very effective play. And you wonder if maybe they're going to be able to find some more of those opportunities, because what we've seen so far in this series from the Best Buds United offense is a lot of consistent pressure on the blue side of the field. And so far, Circuitry Gaming, they've shown that they can handle that type of pressure. But you get these quick counterattack situations, these quick passes up the field. That may be the offense that BBU looks to focus on a little bit more. What a beautiful pass by Jay. Pandy is there. Or, they can just do stuff like that and completely erase everything I was talking about. That works too. What an amazing pass.
I know. Great individual effort there from, who was that, Jay, I believe? Yes. So Jay just, making it look simple and just giving Pandy, an easy goal on a platter there. So great offensive weaponry so far.
Yeah, that was quite the play. Didn't really appreciate it in real time there till we got a chance to watch that replay. Best Buds definitely starting to feel good here with the 2-goal lead. They're pitching a 3-0 shutout so far between two games, 1-0 in game number 1, 2-0 here in game number 2. But this could be the opportunity. Omex just has to dribble this in, and it is there.
And that's what they needed. It's unfortunate for BB United, but the way things were going for Circuitry Gaming, this right here should be a momentum swing for them, hopefully. And hopefully get that confidence back to you now to try to tie this up with 109 remaining.
Yeah, that could be the play that they needed. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the back of the net, and it could be what Circuitry needs. It definitely was the caster jinx, as Wade and Wattage point out, because I was just getting ready to transition into talking about how, we've been complimenting Circuitry Gaming's defense so much here tonight, but Best Buds United, they haven't allowed a single goal to come through, so maybe we should start talking about their defense. And the casting gods, they knew, and they cut that off real quick. And Coda, what a beautiful shot over the defender under the crossbar, working in the tiniest window, tying this game up at 2.
And you know what? This is what we're talking about, T, now, in regards to once a team gets going offensively, just getting a mistake from BB United, and it's giving Circuitry Gaming that offensive mindset. Okay, we're in this, and we can come back.
Yeah, I'm getting blamed by Wattage here for this turnaround here. Hey, you can blame me because it just turned into an extremely interesting game here with 30 seconds left. Jay, the hero, earlier trying to make another beautiful pass, but is not able to drop that one into the bread box. Bajan off the wall here, coming up in the final 10 seconds. Pandy looking for a touch here.
My goodness.
That would have been insane.
That would have been unfortunate for Circuitry Gaming, too, because they fought so hard to get back in this, and then for a shot like that to fall in with the final seconds would have been unfortunate big time.
Yeah, and, we did see a bit of an awkward one in game number 1 was the difference maker. Omex looking for some demos here, so both teams playing really well. It's going to, I think it's going to take the unexpected to break the tie here in game number 2.
I agree, Tina. Kind of like what we saw in the first matchup here, or maybe just a simple mistake is going to be the difference here in game number 2. Oh, Omex coming in and slamming that home. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied in the series here. Omex with a great offensive individual effort here, getting it right over the defender here, Tina.
Man, the breakaway goal there, just a beautiful tackle at the midfield line, and then takes this one all the way for the overtime victory there. The captain, 2 goals, leading his team to an even 1-1 in the series. We talked a lot about in the Radiance Elite versus Roadkill game at 8 p.m. how that one play, the crazy save from Kolb, just kind of got Roadkill popping off. And it kind of seemed like that happened for Circuitry Gaming. They saw that first goal go through, and man, they just picked up the pace, took it all the way through overtime.
And honestly, you kind of had that feeling as well, T. When a team ends up getting a good break like that, and we talked about it, that offensive, momentum. Once something goes in your favor, you want to ride that so hard, and they did. They ended up taking it in and winning in overtime. Great win for Circuitry Gaming.
Yeah, that was a really great win. And, Best Buds United, they still looked fantastic to start that one off. We expected this to be a close series. Both games have been decided by 1 goal. And really, we're even in goals scored here across the 2 games.
Yep.
So this is about as close as you could expect for it to be here. Really excited to see what happens in Game 3 because, as with any series, Game 3, if you're tied up at 1-1, this is crucial in these best of 5s.
Yep.
It gets you the opportunity to kind of seize control and put match point in your favor.
And, just to point out, T-Now did say it was 4-0, and all of a sudden, Circuitry Gaming must have took that personal and ended up coming back there in game number 2. So, fun fact of the day.
Yeah, there's always fun facts here at the Winter Invitational. Mist is bringing us a little sideline reporting here with some fun facts in 4G Sports matchup against Void Esports, that the Void Esports got 3 kickoff goals against them. That's insane.
When a team has such great kickoff like that, I mean, it makes it very difficult for the other team to get anything going. Kickoffs, believe it or not, play a big portion in separating teams if they're that close in records and in games in general. Having a good team that can kick off great, I mean, you're going to be in some trouble. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I think people kind of underestimate the importance of kickoffs here, and there's a whole lot that can go into that and how you should be doing it. I'm not the person to educate you on that, but I believe people like Hootie Hoo and Wait and Pilkin and others have put together some videos on YouTube, so you should definitely check those out when you get a chance. I'm able to monologue a bit here in these defensive games, because there's some shots on board, but no goals, nothing too crazy happening. They give us the opportunity to just debrief a little bit and chat about what's going on here.
Yeah, and honestly, and it's not like how we were talking about, it's not like the teams aren't having the great opportunities here. I mean, some of these shots are on target, but I mean, the defensive steals, the defensive plays in general are there for both teams. And it's how we're saying to you now, you definitely get a playoff vibe from this game. And for something to be kind of mid-circuit already, it's insane to feel and see as a shot from Omex going in. Oh my goodness, T-Now just threading that in there, top left corner.
I don't know how Omex found this angle. I'll tell you what, though. We have seen Omex do some crazy things in this Winter Invitational. You want to talk about some individual pop-off efforts. Omex has definitely had his moments, but Pandy is here to spoil the party. Great kickoff from Jay, and just over the top and in. Best Buds United showing off some resilience to tie us back up at 1.
And lo and behold, Tina, we were just talking about having great kickoffs, and that is what transpires here when a team can get a decent kickoff and know how to finish those kickoffs. I mean, no lead is safe. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's almost like we keep caster cursing this match into what we want it to be here.
I think I had a couple in the first series. You've definitely had a couple here. So, we should just... I don't know. We don't want to keep it too quiet, but we should keep it interesting, knowing that if teams up, and Pretty comes in and just slams this home, gets big for BB United. Oh my goodness.
Pandy, we were just complimenting Omex for a strong individual effort. That's the second goal here for the Ice Titan from Season 1. What a comeback here for Best Buds United. They kind of were not able to get over the hump in game number 2, playing from behind here, but they're thriving, potentially threatening a third goal here. But good clear out from Bloodbud. Best Buds United definitely turning it around here in game 3, and there it is. It's the Pandy show, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, not only 3 goals, 3 saves on 4 shots as well, T-Now. So Pandy is everywhere right now.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Crazy effort here from Best Buds United. 3 goals for Pandy, 3 saves, really strong individual efforts. But we saw Circuitry Gaming bounce back in game number 2. They're looking to do it again here in game 3. Great pass from Bloodbud and great placement from Coda between those two defenders.
Exactly. Now, just about to say that Coda's just right down the defensive front there. Insane. Knowing to bounce that and getting around 2 defenders. Insane shot. Definitely deserved right there.
Are they going to be able to get a third one here? Omex trying to get his protractor out for that one. Wasn't able to invent a new angle. This may be an own goal there, but it's just wide of the post. I about had a heart attack. Yeah.
It did look like that. I'm not lying. Yeah, I was full breath was being held there as it looked like it was going right in.
That's why these guys are playing in the Winter Invitational. They just know. They know. I can't even see it from the booth, and they're on the field making these judgment calls.
If that was me or you, Tina, that definitely would have been in. We would have slammed that home for us.
100% would have been. Oh, this one's dangerous, though. Bloodbud's backwards. Omex tries to clear it away, but it hits Bloodbud, and who else but Pandy. Very unfortunate defensive miscue here for Circuitry Gaming. You hate to see it if you're a Circuitry Gaming fan, but if you're a Best Buds United fan, that's just what the doctor ordered right there.
Credit to Omex getting that out, and I mean, it's just bad timing on their end, right? We talked about that. Sometimes it's just not your match, and right there was just not the save that was going to fall for them, unfortunately, for Circuitry Gaming. But if you're BB United, I mean, those are shots you want to hit, and you just got to capitalize on all mistakes. That's all there is to it. It's going to be an easy game if you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, Best Buds United has been creating opportunities consistently across these 3 games. You know they're going to be more than happy to pounce on any opportunity like that caused by a mistake in the defense, and Omex is there. This one just off the inside of that left post. Defense not able to get it clear. All started by Bloodbud. Beautiful pass across. What a play.
I mean, Omex beating Jay right there, impressive. I mean, split-second decision right there by Omex coming in and just cutting this lead down to 1-2 now and making this interesting with 45 seconds left.
Yeah, this is getting intense here once again, just like we saw in game number 2, coming down to the wire on this one. We'll see if Best Buds United can hold on in these final 30 seconds. Back into the blue corner. Bloodbud just trying to get this one down. It's a bit dangerous ball to the middle, but just like they planned it out, Coda is there waiting for it. Now 2 up for it for Circuitry. Thankfully for them, they do get it past the orange team and can reset a little bit. Bajan moving up the sideline, tries for the mid. Bloodbud is there to get the interception. Omex gets the demo and the bump shot is wide. Last chance. Jay clears this one up the field, though. It's still in the air here. Omex and Coda not able to get it. And a thrilling finish to Game 3 sees Best Buds taking the 2-1 series lead.
Oh, man, Tina, what a, I mean, great attempt there from Circuitry Gaming. That would have been insane to land that, but just a bit wide. You got to give them credit too, bringing it back, but, you know, they just allowed BB United to get that last goal that we saw there to go up the 4-3, and so they're still not out of it. You don't want to go into this next game thinking, okay, we're out, that's it. I mean, you're essentially, it's 2-1. You can still take this next game and then take it to 5 games. So if they just take that, what do you call it, that mindset, we're not done yet, I mean, we might see game 5.
Yeah, and I think Circuitry Gaming has shown that they have that mindset here in the ways they've bounced back in some of these games. Obviously coming up short here in game number 3. But I think if they can get ahead and play with a little bit of a lead here, that's going to be the difference maker, because Best Buds United, they've shown that they can get out there, put the pressure on, take that lead, and not look back. They also showed a little bit of an ability to play from behind, though. So obviously, even if Circuitry Gaming gets off to a hot start, it's not guaranteed. But when the series is on the line here, you certainly don't want to be playing from behind.
Yeah, and then if you're looking for I guess, something to change up, if you're Circuitry Gaming, try to stop, who was it? I don't know why I would have Pandy. Pandy, oh my goodness, you're going to have to slow that. You're going to have to slow Pandy down because he was just on target all last game. So if they could do that, tighten up the defense, we might see 5 games, Tino.
Yeah, we definitely might. Pandy's been putting on a show, trying to get an insane double touch here. Can't do it. Dilly Bar had the sideline reporting to let us know that Pandy plays on a laptop in a recliner chair, in case anybody was curious. So, super intense. Oh, what a pinch! Still.
Oh, my goodness.
Omex and Bloodbud. They listened to the casters. They took it to heart. They said, we are not playing from behind this game. What a goal from Circuitry Gaming.
And the defense was there, T-Now, but that was such a fast shot that, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. That's going in regardless.
Yeah, that was a beautiful way to start this game for Circuitry Gaming. Quick shout out to Dilly Bar as well, saying we need some channel points options. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. This one just sneaks past Bajan Smondo, finding it. Pandy there, generating a little pressure, and it's just far enough away from Coda.
No.
Inches. That ball scraped
Coda,
the bottom of the car.
I think Coda had no boost either. I think Coda was out of boost, and that was the only attempt he had, is just to try to get that flip. It's unfortunate, but great shot, Bajan.
Yeah, that was a really, really great shot there. Fantastic series between these two teams. I mean, this has just been amazing to commentate, to watch. We're in game 4 here, tied at 1. Not even, well, now a minute off the clock. And it's do or die for Circuitry Gaming. They came out firing with the highlight play, but a quick response brings us back to dead even. Now Pandy doing some good things. Off the crossbar is 1, denied is 2. Good stuff there.
And I believe every game has been decided only by 1 goal, T-Now. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it's been that close this whole series.
Yeah, actually you are correct. Which is insane. I mean, it was 1-0, it was 3-2, and then it was 4-3, and now this one we're at 1-1. So if a team gets a 2-goal lead late, that could be a danger sign here.
Yeah. But even then, I think BB United had that 2-goal lead, and Circuitry Gaming ended up cutting it down to 1. So I don't think really any lead is truly safe with both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. We're in here for a fantastic series is what I'm here, and I'm excited to see how this one closes out. Bloodbud, no boost in a dream. That was hilarious. He was just hopping up and down the field, like trying to prevent the clear, doing everything he could. I love it,
I mean,
man.
the chat wants it. I think we all had the implication, or the way that we saw the stats and the records. We kind of knew this game had the potential, the series had the potential of going all 5 games. So I think the chat wants it. We want it. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that game 5. Pandy and Jay trying to connect there. This one goes back a little further. Up the ceiling, though, coming across. No boost, but this was the awkward one we saw in game 1 where Jay did a no boost off the ceiling move. Kind of tricked the blue defense, and it almost worked again there. That ball was dangerous across the middle.
And honestly, seeing Pandy coming flying in right there, you know you're sitting down in your chair and you're gripping your controller, because Pandy has been on target pretty much all series. So seeing him up in the air, you know you're kind of worried, like, oh man, what's he gonna get going here? And oh, what a defensive stop by Jay, getting bumped, excuse me, T-Now, and able to recover and denying that goal.
Jay with a legendary play right there. I thought for sure that was the go-ahead, but Best Buds United showing off that defense. And man, it was a fantastic play by Circuitry, but Jay somehow able to fight off the bump and make the save. Final 90 seconds is going to be intense here. This one well over the top. Bajan coming back on target, and Pandy is there. Circuitry Gaming not able to keep this one off the backboard, or off the sidewall, I guess I should say, and they paid for it. His Best Buds passed to the middle for the 2-1 lead.
Watching Circuitry Gaming there with the double commit, you didn't want that to be the mistake that cost that goal, but in the end, BB United made it that mistake they needed to capitalize. So it's unfortunate both players thought that was going in. They went for it, and you hate to see it, but hey, that sometimes happens.
That's another good save there for Best Buds. This one dropping across, and Omex is there. He has always been making some big plays for Circuitry Gaming. Bloodbud puts this one right across the middle. Man, Omex sneaking it in. Bajan wasn't in too bad of a position. Definitely had a play on that. But Circuitry Gaming, give them a lot of credit. They bring people forward for that one. They get rewarded.
I mean, sometimes it's starting to feel like it is Pandy and Omex. The Pandy and Omex show is what I'm kind of feeling sometimes. Not the full. I mean, all players are doing great, but the ones that are making the absolute plays needed to separate the teams, I mean, got to hand it down to Omex and Pandy.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely been saying both of their names quite a bit here tonight in the casting booth. They have had fantastic individual performances, but obviously their teammates playing fantastic out there. We just saw Jay get an ungodly save to keep that at 2-1 a second ago. Bloodbud had the pass down to Omix. So, you know, when you're the superstar on the team, hold the phone though, as Jay says, hey, let's talk about me a little bit more here. Bajan keeping the pressure on. Pandy fakes past this one, and Bloodbud just can't get the clear due to Bajan's block, and Jay plays the hero at the 25-second mark.
You know, we didn't want it to be a mistake that separates his teams, but again, there it was, T-Now, something that could have been prevented. It's unfortunate to see, but I mean, still have maybe one or two more opportunities here for Circuitry Gaming. Oh, never mind. As the tackle comes up from Jay, another curse on the way out of my mouth before it even happened. That's unfortunate.
And who else but Pandy and Jay connecting for another play. I'll tell you what, man, we talked a lot about Pandy in this series, but Jay has come up insanely clutch here in game number 4. Can Circuitry Gaming get a quick one in? Not looking like it, and this extremely hard-fought series gonna go over to Best Buds United. Oh, I wish we'd have seen a game 5 here, Wiggle, but it wasn't meant to be. Best Buds, they deserved the win here tonight. They played fantastic.
They definitely did, and Circuitry Gaming, I mean, credit to them as well. This was no easy win for BB United, although the score in this one may indicate that, like 2 goals. But in this tier, 2 goals is not a huge separation. So, hey, hats off to them for taking this this dub and going 4-2 on the circuit.
Yeah, big win. I mean, Best Buds United, yeah, you know, this game meant a lot to both teams. But Best Buds United, I feel like it was a little bit more pressure on them almost, because they're the team currently in 4th, right? If they lose this match here tonight, they're even at 3-3 with Circuitry Gaming, who's a direct rival for staying in that top 4 spot to be considered for a chance in the playoffs there. So huge kudos to what Best Buds did here tonight, coming out, winning this game. Very closely contested. Circuitry played a hell of a match, but it just was not enough. Jay, big clutch in game number 4 there with some saves, with some goals. He was doing it all.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, honestly, T-Now, it's not the end for Circuitry Gaming just yet. BB United has got to continue that win streak. I mean, that's going to put them at 4-2. Mm-hmm. And then we have Undertow Esports below them at 2-3. And then, obviously, now Circuitry Gaming is going 2-4. So I believe you said there's 10 games total.
Yep.
Am I correct on that? So they're still technically not safe, BB United, but it does help them winning this tonight and give them that little cushion that they need.